Hi, I want to thank you for being here today. I'm Leah Johnson, Vice President of Business Development at Akeem Petroleum, and this is why you should invest in Akeem Petroleum and our tank farm. Did you know Texas leads the nation in energy consumption across all sectors and is the largest energy consuming state in the nation, as stated by the Texas Comptroller? As you can see here, Texas energy consumption is divided into 4 different categories: commercial, transportation, residential, and industrial, with industrial taking the largest percentage with 54%. As one of the largest energy consuming states in the nation, this makes Texas one of the largest oil and gas states in the nation, which will in turn create large profits for investors. According to the 2023 U.S. Energy and Employment Report, Texas produces 42% of crude oil and 27% of natural gas. This means we will never have to outsource our products, and we have no shortage of supply here. As Akeem Petroleum's Vice President of Business Development, I have many years of experience in business development. In my time here, I presided over many successful projects, so I know what it takes for a project to be successful. In my role, I have conducted hours of research, and all research has shown that the Akeem Tank Farm will be a great investment, not only for the Victoria community, but for NCEG as well. The Akeem Tank Farm will be a great investment for NCEG. To support this argument, I will make 3 points. First, Texas is one of the largest producers of oil and gas, meaning we do not have to outsource our products. Everything we need to run a prosperous company is already within our grasp. Second, the Akeem Tank Farm will be great for national, state, and local economies. And third, Akeem Petroleum is the perfect company for NCEG to partner with because we are familiar with Chinese business culture. Now that I've shown you what a great investment Akeem Petroleum's tank farm will be for NCEG and previewed my main points to support that argument, let me begin with my first point. Texas is one of the largest producers of oil and gas in the nation. As one of the largest producers of oil and gas in the nation, this means Texas is the central location for all oil production. According to Statista, in 2022, Texas produced a total of 1.8 billion barrels of oil. This is double the amount of any other state. Texas also produces more electricity than any other state, as stated by Williams from Investopedia. As one of the highest electricity producing states, Texas will continue to be a top oil producing state. Meanwhile, Texas also has the infrastructure needed for production. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, Texas has 32 operating refineries in our state. Texas also has over 400,000 pipelines which are used to deliver oil and gas, as per the Texas Oil and Gas Association. Not only does Texas have the infrastructure needed for oil and gas production, but we also have the land for oil and gas production. As stated by the Texas Railroad Commission, the Greater Permian Basin, which is in Texas, produces nearly 40% of all oil production in the United States. In 2014 alone, Texas leased over 400,000 acres of land for crude oil and gas development. Now that we have seen what makes Texas one of the largest producers of oil and gas and why that is important, let's consider how the Akeem Tank Farm will impact our economy, which brings me to my second main point. The Akeem Tank Farm will be a great asset for national, state, and local economies. The oil and gas industry provides many jobs. The Texas energy sector employed over 1 million Texans in 2022, per the Texas Comptroller. Over 300,000 Texans were employed in the fuel industry alone, in transmission, delivery, and storage, as stated by the Texas Comptroller. Meanwhile, the Texas oil industry is breaking records left and right. Texas made over $24 billion from oil and gas in 2022 alone. According to the Texas Oil and Gas Association, the Texas oil and gas industry contributed $67 billion to state services in 2022. Most of our money made from oil and gas goes back to Texans to fuel our communities. In 2022, 99% of Texas oil and gas royalties were deposited into Texas university funds and school funds, as per the Texas Oil and Gas Association. The Texas Rainy Day Fund, which gives money to Texas schools, state services, and health care, has received over $18 billion since its founding, according to the Texas Oil and Gas Association. Now that I've shown you all how the Akeem tank farm will positively impact our economy, in my final main point, I will discuss the reasons why Akeem Petroleum is the best option for NCEG when it comes to investments and opportunities. Akeem Petroleum is the perfect company for NCEG to partner with because we are familiar with Chinese business culture. We understand. Akeem Petroleum understands the importance of personalism in Chinese business culture transactions and will spend time cultivating relationships. Akeem realizes the importance of Gunhai, a base that focuses on shared identification. We also understand how important Xingyong, or trust, is in business transactions. Akeem Petroleum also understands that business transactions take time. At Akeem, we know that in Chinese culture, time is not a sum of hours, minutes, or days, but as seasons and rituals. Akeem Petroleum is aware that China is a long-term oriented culture and does not see time as money like the US. Lastly, Akeem has taken the time to learn about Chinese culture. We know that China is a collectivist culture, so we will prioritize working in groups. We also understand how important written materials are in Chinese culture and will be sure to include them in all meetings and interactions. As I conclude my speech, let me review my 3 main points. Texas is one of the largest producers of oil and gas in the nation. The Akeem tank farm will boost national, state, and local economies. And Akeem Petroleum is the ideal company for NCEG to partner with because we are familiar with Chinese business culture. We understand what it takes to do a transaction with NCEG. These points support and I believe prove my thesis that the Akeem tank farm is a great investment for NCEG. In my introduction, I mentioned that Texas leads the nation in energy consumption across all sectors. Before we close out today, I thought I would leave you with some oil and gas history. In 1894, oil was discovered by accident when an American well and prospecting company discovered oil in the field while looking for water, per state impact. So are you ready to make an investment that could change the trajectory of your company's career for the better? Then partner with Akeem Petroleum on our tank farm to uplift NCEG and the Texas economy forever. Thank you.